Okay, hear ye, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was the son of Kisame? Or Kisame, the father of Naruto. Yeah, okay, yeah, motherfucker. Um, now let me start. So, let me explain how this is gonna work. So, Kushina went to go fight against the Seven Swordsmen. So, like, Momoshiki, not Momoshiki, I mean, what's it called? Sabuza, Kisame, and like the others five. I can't remember their names, but yeah. So when Kushina managed to defeat all of them, um, Kisame kind of fell in love with Kushina, and they had a drunken time. Yes, a drunken time. I'm not gonna say anything else but drunken time. So they became good friends. Well, Kushina became good friends with the Seven Swordsmen, especially Kisame in a drunken time. Um, so when Kushina had to go back to the Leaf Village, um, let's say a month later, a couple of months later, uh, not months, I'm gonna say years later, um, Minato decided to marry Kushina, but hasn't announced it because, for the whole Iowa thing, for like the whole Stone Village thing about Minato killing them all. Yeah, that didn't happen in public. It was only private. Kushina still had Naruto. The Nine-Tails still happened. So Naruto in this one has only the Yang Nine-Tails, but his hair is blue. Naruto has blue hair. Wait, let me say that again. Yeah, he has blue hair, and he doesn't have these whiskers, but he has those like, um, what are they called? Fish scales? Not fish scales, but those little markings. But he has like two of them, like this guy. He does have also blue eyes, blue hair like Kisame, but sort of like lighter, cause it kind of merged with Minato's having like lighter blue hair. Which, of course, it confused the crap out of Minato when he had his son. Now, that happens, but Naruto, the Naito still happens. He still has to have the Naitos, and yeah. So let's just skip into when he's 6 years old. So Naruto looks nothing like the what's it called I would say Daime Hokage, but not what's it called? Minato Namikaze, the Foro guy. He looks nothing like him. He does not look like nothing like the Naito. He doesn't have whiskers. He has like these weird gel things or whatever, like a shark. And Naruto has two of them, and both like under his eye. So Naruto, he is just walking around. Danzo still told everyone that Naruto's the Nine-Tails. They look at Naruto. Naruto has blue eyes, like these blue eyes like that. And they just look at Naruto. Naruto does not have any yellow hair, none of the whiskers. And they just think Danzo is just bullshitting. Like, they look at Naruto, he looks nothing like the Foro guy. He looks like nothing like the Nine-Tails. He's just an orphan and all that. He's just bullshitting. So, but still, the whole, what's it called? Or the I don't know why to say that. The orphanages still kind of kick out Naruto because because they didn't look like how Naruto looked like. So Naruto is living by himself in an apartment, but of course everyone that kind of lives around him kind of nice to him because even though Naruto looks kind of weird, he also does have sharp teeth from being a kid and all that. But that they just think that probably their parents also have sharp teeth. Whatever, but they don't really expect him as a demon that much. Naruto is just ignored. He isn't really much like what's it called? Hated and glared at. So Naruto never kind of smiles. He kind of wears a mask over his like face and all that, like a face mask, just for him not to show his teeth. So he does live in the apartments. Harusen still gives him money on all that, even though he doesn't look nothing like the four Hokage. But he did promise Kushina and all that. So what Harusen thought, maybe one of the Uzumakis had blue hair and that's a genetic mix-up. And Harusen just like, screw it. So we go on until Naruto is now 8 years old. And when he was 6 year old, well, when he was 6, he decided to start training because he just had the urge to just start training. Also, his affinities are water, wind, and not fire, definitely not earth. Well, I mean, wind, water, earth. No, not water. Yeah, wind, water, and lightning. Not earth or fire, since he's from well, his father's from what's called the Mist Village, and they mostly use water. Probably wind. I don't know. Like others. So yeah. But Naruto, he is just like, he went out of the village one time just to go look at the lake and all that, and because he just felt like the water is so comfortable for him to see and all that. So when Naruto was like next to a lake and the water and all that, a bear actually started to try to I don't know, attack him. So even though Naruto is like, I also forgot to mention. So Hanmen Goro, yeah, this guy was the one to suggest what if Naruto was the son of Kisame and all that. So yeah. So back to Naruto. Naruto, he is what's come. Sorry, I kinda fell asleep there. Naruto is training. Well, not training, I should say. He was mostly kind of training near like the lake and all that. Kind of like doing a little bit of push-ups and all that, but still looking at the lake. Until a bear comes out of nowhere and tries to attack him. And Naruto jumped on the water because he was scared. And when he was scared, he can actually manipulate the water. Like he has a special Kenkai to manipulate water and transforming it into anything. That's his Kenkai. It's mostly any body of water he's in it, he can transform that water into anything. Swords, this, that. So when he got scared, he just put his hands over like his face, and two water sharks that Naruto created from his mindscape because he was just thinking of sharks at the same time, came out of the water and attacked the bear, just tearing like his arms and all that. Because to protect Naruto, so the water is mostly a protection to Naruto. He kind of got it from Kisame, since Kisame usually uses the water to like make sharks and all that, or anything. But Naruto kind of manipulation on there kind of increased more than Kisame's. So yeah. And Kushina also does use water style. Like almost, isn't all Uzumakis that came from the whirlpool, so that means they also use water. So yeah. Also I should mention that Naruto's chains aren't gonna be green, they're gonna be blue, since kinda mixed genetics with Kisame. So yeah, let me just say that right now. So Naruto, he is just confused what happened, but he looks at the water, he moves his hand up, and it just like the water kind of moves up with his hand, and Naruto moves his hand left, the water moves to left, and then he just decides to make his hand like go like into a circle, and the water does follow the instructions of Naruto's hand and turn into like a circle. And Naruto is confused, but he's amazed with his abilities. And then he thinks about it. He thinks maybe I should keep this a secret. Naruto, even though he was only 6 years old at that time before I even went to the time skip, Naruto was still pretty smart. He still kind of got his like knowledge from reading and all that because he could have went to the library. Because you see here, when people heard about Danzo going to the accurate of Naruto saying he's the Nine Toes, Naruto didn't have the whiskers, so he just thought freaking what's it called? Let me say that again. Danzo was just fucking pulling something out of his ass or something. So yeah, they really didn't believe him. Some people kind of believe him, but not really. They just thought maybe there's a Naruto stealing something, or the Diamond Hokage did kill him and all that. Since Naruto's hair is not yellow, or he doesn't have the whisker marks. But he does have sharp teeth, but that was just like one thing. So Naruto, he is just training for 2 years, and now he's 8 years old. But he trained mostly in using water, in the water manipulation. You know, I was gonna call it that, water manipulation. So, water manipulation, water creation. Should I call it? I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna call it water manipulation and creation. So both. So Naruto has a very high infinity of water, so that's why you can, well, not control it, but he does have a very high water infinity. And how he found that out was he kind of asked the Hokage about papers, chakra papers, because he wanted to know about that a little bit. And Hiruzen saw no problem in that, saying, okay, here you go. Because Hiruzen had a lot of work, like a bunch of paperwork, and he was also tired. So he just thought there was no problem. And Naruto got the paper and then went to go practice in like the wilderness and all that. Not wilderness. So in the forest. And he kind of read about his chakra and all that, how to like manipulate it and all that. So he put chakra into the paper, the first paper, and one of his like infinities, so it cut into two. One started crackling, crackling because of lightning. That's the lightning infinity. The wind infinity sliced it, but on the other side, it just like wet so fast and then it just dissolved the paper, showing that Naruto has a very, very high infinity for water. Probably for his water manipulation. No, not really. But his water infinity would be kind of the same, almost at like Toriyama. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. The second Hokage's infinity of water. So Naruto can definitely do water attacks while being anywhere near a body of water. So Naruto actually did test that out when he kind of went to the library. He started training mostly water. So yeah, like water jutsus. Even though he's like kind of 7 at that time, he's now getting like stronger using more water jutsus. Since he's more comfortable in using water jutsus than lightning or his wind. But yeah, he doesn't know who his father is, and even though he actually managed to get into Hiruzen's office at one point to actually find anything about his parents and all that, he couldn't really find anything about his parents. But the only thing he has is his last name being Naruto Uzumaki. Uzumaki. And he has read a book about the Uzumakis being a very powerful clan from the whirlpool, and he wants to go to the whirlpool to maybe find about his like mother or like his father or anything. But yeah, Naruto in this time is smart. So yeah, Naruto now goes to the academy at 8 years old. So yeah, we time skip to that one. And Naruto, when he gets into the academy, instead of showing off about his water ability or anything, he doesn't show off that much. He does show off that he's smart and kind of. But instead of like making friends, Naruto is kind of shy in trying to make friends. So when Naruto is just, how should I say? he's in the academy, okay? And now, after a while, he kind of met Shikamaru and Choji and became friends with him. Also, started making more friends, like other people. Kiba, but Kiba's too cocky. Hinata, but Hinata's also cocky like Kiba. Since in this one, Kiba and Hinata kind of like each other and all that. I know some people are gonna be like, bro, why not have Hinata and Naruto? Because I can care less about the ships. And yeah, Naruto's hair is sort of kind of long, like, well, not long, but kind of hair kind of decide to what's it called? Naruto decide to just one day spike his hair up, and it kind of looks like Kisame, but his hair is like light blue. So yeah, Naruto just said that hairstyle is kind of weird, but yeah, I'll do it later. And he just goes in the academy with spiky hair. People just looks at him, just ignores him and all that. Because even though they don't know about him being the demon, they just really don't care about Naruto. So Naruto, he is now just, I'm gonna say, 10 years old. Of course, the Uchiha Massacre still happened, Sasuke being emo. But Naruto has actually been training more water jutsus, and also lightning and wind. Even though there's not many wind infinity users, he just reading from books, and he found some wind jutsus, but not much. Water jutsus are the same, he can't really figure out how to do that neither. Since not many people use water in the Leaf Village. Lightning, on the other hand, he found a couple people that can use it, and that's why he copied that. Now, I should mention what Naruto's bloodlines are. Okay, so Naruto is Uzumaki, not Namikaze. So Naruto is nothing compared to the Namikaze, since it's not really a cheat. Really cheated. Kushina really didn't cheat on Minato Namikaze, cause that was before they started like dating and all that. So yeah. And the logics of making a kid on the whole blah 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 reading thing, I have no clue how to do that half the time. So it's not really cheating because yeah, Kushina and Kisame did it before Minato and Kushina started dating. So yeah. So Naruto is not the son of what's it called Minato, but Kisame. So he is 50% Uzumaki and 50% of whatever Kisame's clan was it, or whatever Kisame's last name was. Okay, let me say this. Let me try to say his name. Haigaki, Hai Guy. I can probably not say his name. I fucking shake it. I'm trying to, but I can't. So I'm not gonna try. So yeah. I don't care. But yeah, that he's 50%. But in Kisame's family, they kind of did have this whole water manipulation. So it's kind of sort of like a Genkai that I'm gonna go through Kisame's like whole gene thing and all that. So that's why Naruto can do water manipulation creation while even doing any hand signs. So yeah. Also, I should mention that Naruto can actually change the what's it called, heat or the temperature of the water to either very hot or very cold. So yeah. Now let me go back until he was 10 years old. So yeah, he learned a bunch of things, and then we skip into he's 2 years now. Now 2 years in ahead. So he's now 12. So now he's in the academy. Also, when he had to go against Sasuke, he kind of still fought him, and show some like skills of the academy level and all that, but didn't show anything about like his own taijutsu. Now Naruto's taijutsu is not anything from like the let's come any what's let me say that again. Any taijutsu that's kind of recorded into like the taijutsu and like the Leaf Village and all that. His taijutsu is different. His taijutsu is called. So his taijutsu is called Water Stream Rock Fisting. Let me say that again. Stream. Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. Yeah, I barely somehow managed to say that. So Naruto's movements are basically like what's it called, Bang, the hero Bang from One Punch Man. So his like his fighting style and all that, or like Garchik's fight style and all that. The whole water stream rock smashing fist. That's what Naruto has. Since now Naruto has that and managed to actually make his own moves like that. Naruto goes into the academy for the final test, and Naruto, when he gets in it, he does the whole test. Even though Mizuki wanted to fail someone, he decides to pick Naruto. Naruto saw it again, just said release. And Naruto has had great chakra control. He also managed to what's it called? So yeah, he does it. He does the test pretty good and all that. He gets like 9 out of 10 or whatever. He doesn't show he's that smart. He didn't want to show that smart. He wanted to miss one question at least. So yeah. Also when it's now like the whole do the whole fights and all that. The throwing shuriken, kunais and all that. Naruto gets 9 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 shurikens. And girls started like seeing Naruto in a different light. Some girls did like Naruto's like blue hair, since it's blue, like this lightish blue, and not like black blonde or like dark blue like Sasuke's or anything. But they also kind of like the little what's it called well, they didn't really like the whole scale thing, whatever Naruto has under his eyes, just like Kisame. But they did like his blue hair. And Naruto really never showed his teeth. That's why he always had a mask. People always wanted to wonder what's underneath Naruto's mask. But Naruto never showed it. And, of course, Mizuki did try to sabotage Naruto's kunais and shurikens throwing. But Naruto learned how to use wind chakra to manipulate it into the kunais and shurikens. And he easily gets 9 out of 10. So some girls started trying to fangirl over Naruto. But Naruto ignored them. And now is the whole taijutsu. Sasuke is going against Naruto. Now, Sasuke kind of been arrogant, but when it comes to Naruto and Sasuke sort of have a little bit rivalry fights. Since Naruto really doesn't like Sasuke that much. But yeah. And taijutsus are sort of equal, but when Naruto kind of gets bored, he kind of just lets Sasuke win, since Sasuke notices a lot. So Sasuke says, "Come on, Naruto, fight me with your full power this time." And Naruto says, "Sure." So Naruto goes into the position of doing the water stream rock smashing fist. And Sasuke goes into his own stance. And they start fighting. And Naruto managed to get like 7 blows into Sasuke's stomach. And Sasuke kind of just starts coughing up a little bit. And then Sasuke jumps back and does a fireball at Naruto. Naruto does a water gun. And they kind of tied together into that whole fight. So it kind of went to steam. And Sasuke really could not see where Naruto was. But Naruto has been training on his other senses. And not just his seeing. He sends into hearing, smelling, taste, or anything. And touch. But he also has a sixth one. The sixth one is about feeling the moisture around things. If someone is like, I don't know, next to a tree, and that tree does have moisture because of the water and all that, kind of rain and all that, and even though it also kind of has rain anyway, if that person touched the tree, Naruto can sense and find the location of where that person's at. Same with like they're being on the ground or anything. But when Naruto can't find them is when they are standing on the ground, like dirt or sand, or like something that doesn't really have moisture on it. So Naruto found Sasuke since there's steam, and the steam is sort of like a fire and water mixture, so making steam, but there's still kind of like a little bit moisture around in the ground and all that. Naruto found Sasuke. Sasuke stepped on a puddle, like a small puddle of water, but Naruto found him and like hit him with a water fist crushing. Yeah, okay, let me say that. Water stream rock smashing fist and like a knee, or not knee, an elbow towards Sasuke's like stomach and hitting him out of the area. The battlefield area, whatever. So Sasuke's out of the match and Naruto wins. Naruto opens his eyes and the steam already like goes away. So Ruka was shocked with like seeing that. Well, he's not really. What kind of shocked seeing that Sasuke did a fireball and Naruto did a water gun. So he's kind of shocked to seeing like two barely even getting level kids just doing element juices already. So he's shocked and he passes them both. And seeing that Naruto already found Sasuke in the steam pretty easily, with the taijutsu and all that, he was just like, oh, fine. Some girls kind of got mad at Naruto, but some other girls kind of got happy on Naruto being a badass and all that. Hinata isn't really cheering for both Naruto or Sasuke. She's mostly into Kiba. And Kiba being like this alpha whatever bullshit, says, hey Ruka, let me fight Naruto. Naruto says, I'd rather fight the strongest, and the only strongest person here I see is Sasuke. He is truly someone I'd rather be a rival than someone like a dog like you. Naruto said. And Kiba got mad and tries to hit Naruto. Naruto kicks him in the face. And then went up to Sasuke and put his hand out and tries to like grab Sasuke's hand. Sasuke does grab Naruto's hand and Naruto pulls him up and says, you okay, Sasuke? And Sasuke said, yeah. So I see you were kind of holding back, weren't you? Naruto says, sort of. I was kind of training more. And Kiba still kind of feeling like his stomach got beat the crap out of easily. Naruto didn't even use his like technique or anything. He just punched Kiba in the stomach pretty easily. Or did I say kick him? I think I just like kicked the shit out of Kiba. Sorry, I kind of lost where I was saying. So everyone goes inside, and now it's the whole jutsu and all that for the clone and all that. So a bunch of people goes into a room, and now it's Naruto's turn. And Sasuke says, you better not fail, dope. And Naruto says, how am I gonna fail? I never fail. Besides, I easily use a water gun to easily defeat you. There's no way I'm gonna lose. So Ruka said, okay, do disguise in jutsu or whatever it's called. Naruto kind of changed his appearance towards... how should I say? Naruto just changed his appearance for the third Hokage and all that. And Iruka says, third Hokage. That's pretty good. Okay, do a shadow clone. Naruto asks what kind of shadow clone does he have to do. Iruka says any is fine. There's not really a meaning of what shadow clone you have to do. Since Naruto still doesn't know about like the whole shadow clone jutsu, the multi shadow clone jutsu, or the shadow clone jutsu that he could never do, because even if he does have perfect chakra control, he can't do it. So he does water clones. So he asked for like water, Well, not water. Well, yeah, he asked for. Well, no, he didn't ask for water. He then says he does the jutsu for the water clone. Since he doesn't need water, because I said he can actually do it with like the moisture and all that. Since like the second Hokage could have done that and all that. Naruto has a very high water infinity, so that's why he can do it without water around him or anything. He does water style, water clones, and two water clones appeared right next to him. So Iruka was shocked, Mizuki was shocked, and Iruka says, "Those are perfectly water clones. Amazing." Getting that, I mean, it just started again. Already knows about some kind of jutsu like that. Here's your Genin headband. Naruto has it, but instead of wearing it like on his head, he kind of wears it around his neck. Actually, no, I'm gonna just say he does wear it on his head. But Naruto kind of goes out and all that, and a bunch of people kind of looked at him. His fangirls just cheered that Naruto already passed. And Sasuke says, "Dope, so you already passed." Naruto says, "Of course. You really think I was gonna fail Uchiha?" And Sasuke says, So Naruto kind of just jokes around with Sasuke. They kind of became sort of friends after that whole fight. Because Sasuke sees Naruto as a rival. And no one else sees that. But yeah, Naruto is now just... Not Naruto. Naruto's sitting in the classroom and Iruka comes in and says, "All of you come here tomorrow and meet your team, your captain and all that." And everyone kind of just says nod and all that. Naruto leaves and walks away to his house and all that. Naruto is going to his apartments and there is an old lady that kind of gives him fruit or like food that he needs and all that. When Naruto doesn't have enough money to like catch up on like his like food and all that. And Naruto really doesn't eat ramen that much. He isn't addicted to ramen that much. So the old lady comes up to Naruto and says, "Here, have some fruit." And Naruto like bows his head down and just says thank you. Zairena, I don't know what her last name I'm gonna say. You want Zairena. So that's what her name is, the old lady. And Naruto thanks her and Naruto goes into his apartments. And his apartment isn't really messy, it's very clean. I'm gonna say even though even though Naruto is like lives alone and all that, he still cleans up and all that. He isn't really a person that likes to make mess and all that. So Naruto is very like clean around his apartments and all that. So he goes to his fridge, put the fruit in there, and of course he cleans one of the fruits and starts eating it. And then he thinks of like what sensei he's gonna have. But yeah. Now we go into his time skip on tomorrow. Naruto wakes up, he goes to the academy, but this time Naruto doesn't wear like his sort of orange clothes. Naruto was wearing those orange clothes, but he really didn't like them. He was kind of saving up his actual clothes, his actual good clothes. So Naruto puts on his headband on top of like his forehead, and of course he still has the mask on his like face and all that. But Naruto wears sort of like this like dark robe, like sort of like the Akatsuki robe and all that. But his pants are blue, his sandals are like blue, and it sort of looks like a mini Kisame and all that. But the dark robe is sort of blue with like blue waves on the robe and all that. His shirt underneath is like blue. So besides his colors, like his favorite color is blue and not like some random orange and all that. So he goes to the academy, and Naruto does not have a sword or anything because yeah. Well, I mean he does have a sword. The sword, this is how the sword will have to look like. So Naruto's sword is sort of like this. It's sort of small and all that. He has it on his back, and it's blue with his like two kunais that he kind of has as special. is blue, but they have kind of poison on them. Cause Naruto, not poison, I should say, but mostly a very high way to put like water chakra in them, so they can become longer and all that. What put water chakra to like have like a water sword touch or whatever. I don't know how I'm gonna say, but I'm probably confusing the shit of you. But never mind. Let me time skip that. So Naruto gets to the academy. People see this, and a bunch of fangirls still fans over what's called Naruto. And Sasuke goes in, and well, Sasuke's already there, and Naruto sits next to Sasuke, and Sasuke says, "What's with the whole clothes? I thought you liked that orange clothing." Naruto says, "I fucking hate orange. I like blue a lot. Even though that clothes had some blue, I'd rather wear this." And Sasuke said, "Huh, okay." So Naruto on the back, he does have the Uzumaki symbol, but yeah. So Naruto, he is now just waiting next to Sasuke and all that. And Sasuke and Ino does come to the door and all that. And Ino and Sasuke are fighting, and Sasuke goes up to Naruto and all that and say, "Move, Naruto." And Naruto just looks at her and with just glaring eyes and saying, "Hell no." So yeah, Naruto, he just doesn't care about Sasuke. He never liked Sasuke, he never liked any of the girls. He just didn't care. So Sasuke tries to punch Naruto, and Naruto just like dodges, like he moves his head in forward. And Sasuke misses, but a bunch of fangirls were just glaring at Sasuke about trying to punch Naruto. Since the fangirls are sort of like split between Naruto and Sasuke. And Ino kind of just slaps Sasuke for trying to hurt Naruto. Since Ino and Naruto are friends, not close like that. So Naruto just thanks what's called Ino for that. And Ino kind of just blushes. And Naruto, he didn't notice that. He's kind of too blunt like Sasuke does and all that. But Naruto isn't interested in revenge or anything. He's interested in who his parents were. Because the third Hokage is trying to ignore or just ignore his question about his parents and all that. So he's annoyed with that. So Sasuke just looking forward, not really talking to Naruto to like keep up this whole he doesn't care about anyone. So Ruka comes in and he just says, "Okay, your teammates will be team this, that." Okay, almost every team is the same in the canon, except for Team 7. Team 7, Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha. Both Naruto and Sasuke kind of grins a little bit, and a sort of new student. So this student is, I'm gonna say, another OC character that I thought it would kind of make sense a little bit. But she is a swordsman. She's a samurai. Since the samurais don't really use her chakra and all that for like jutsu and all that, she has a sword. And her name would be Sana Sana Fujichi. I don't know what to call her last name. So it's Sana. Her name is Sana. And since she's from like the whole samurai clan thing and all that, her parents are just kind of being in the whole Leaf Village because why not? So of course she's a transfer and all that. And she's on the team with both Naruto and Sasuke Uchiha. Now she isn't really a fangirl between them, so she really didn't care. But a bunch of girls kind of glared at her, and she just shrugged it off and really didn't care. Naruto just sighed from release, thinking thank God it's none of the fangirls. And Sasuke does the same and sighed like thank God. So Ruka says your teacher would be Kakashi Kakashi Hatake. And then they said, okay. So they wait for like 3 hours because Kakashi does get there so late. I almost skipped that along there. But both Naruto and Sasuke, they're kind of talking all that. And Sana kind of just stayed away from both Naruto and Sasuke. She kind of talked to them, but not really. And when Kakashi get there, Kakashi says, I don't like any of you. And before, Kakashi was about to, like, leave and tell them to go up to the roof, a shuriken, well, not shuriken, a kunai almost hit him in the face. First of all, the kunai is blue instead of being like a normal black kunai and all that. It's one of the customized that Naruto has. And when Kakashi grabbed it, because Naruto was hoping for Kakashi to grab it and all that, water kind of just explodes, becoming a water barrier around Kakashi. You know that whole water ball that Kakashi got trapped by Zabuza? That's basically what the shurikens are. I mean, not shurikens, kunais are. Those special. Because Naruto made them because he's a god of using water jutsu and all that, right? So he made them be a kunai, so he can trap anyone. And Kakashi was so confused. Sasuke said, so what are you hiding, Naruto? And Naruto said, I'll explain after Kakashi tries to, or Sensei Kakashi try not to leave us. And Kakashi's like, damn, this kid is skillful. Next time I try not to catch this. But little do he know, Naruto has more skills if people try to dodge it like kunais instead of catching them. So Kakashi said, okay, can you get me out of here? Well, trying to say, but he has to like, he's kind of drowning in the water because yes, it's water and not like air or anything. So Naruto grabs the what's it called, kunai away from like the whole thing that trapped Kakashi in the first place. Kakashi doesn't have it in his hand no more. It kind of just became a water barrier after getting the contact with the fact that Kakashi was about to grab it. Sorry I'm fucking up on my words, but yeah. And since that happened, so yeah, that happened, and Kakashi was like out of the water. I forgot to mention how he got it out, but Naruto just grabbed the kunai and the water exploded, and Kakashi was free now. And Kakashi says, never ever catch that damn kunai again. Remember that, Kakashi, he tell that in his head. And Naruto just smiled at Kakashi. Kakashi just glares at Naruto. Sasuke walks up behind Naruto and says, I gotta learn how to do that. And Naruto says, do you have a water infinity? And Sasuke says, I don't know. Like, Sasuke's confused the whole water infinity and all that. And then Naruto says, well, I mean, you have fire, so I mean, that's probably your main one you have. My main is kind of water and not any of my other ones. And Sasuke's confused, like, what do you mean other ones? Naruto says, nothing, let's go up to Kakashi where he said. Naruto walked out the door. Kakashi follows Naruto. And Sasuke and, like, Sana also goes. So they go up towards the roof and all that. And Kakashi explains to them saying, okay, tell me your goals, dreams, likes, dislikes, and all that. And Sasuke goes up and his goals and dreams are still the same. His likes are his friend, well, his sort of rival, Naruto. And he really doesn't like that many things but training and all that. And his family about like the Uchiha and all that. His hates is someone he hates really bad, he wants to kill, and other things. And then Sana goes up and Sana says, my dream is to become the greatest samurai. My goal, well, is to honor my honor my whole family in the samurai technique. And my likes are people that when training, doing that, and other things. My dislikes are fangirls, fanboys, uh, arrogant people, I don't know, emo people, blah blah blah, this and that. And people that are kind of arrogant with their power and all that. And then Kakashi says, okay, how about you, blue hair? And Naruto kind of gets annoyed with like the nickname. But Naruto now answers, my goal is to become the greatest swordsman. Because yes, Naruto does know about his like, well, he knows about Kenjutsu and he likes it and all that. And then he thinks about it. He's like, maybe. My dream is to find who were my parents, especially my father and mother, and probably my other things. And Kakashi nodded. My likes are, well, my rival Sasuke, other people that I really don't like. I like my friends, food. He just named some food and all that, and then he just hates people are arrogant and blah 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 blah. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sana just like said okay, and well not okay, cause Kakashi explains that now you gotta do a test, blah blah blah. Tomorrow don't eat, blah blah blah, and they just nodded. And Naruto just decides to jump off the roof. When Kakashi was about to leave, Naruto nodded and then jumped off the what's it called? Not roof, yeah, the roof. And Kakashi said, what the fuck are you doing? Naruto is now just walking down the whole side of the building. And Kakashi says, oh, are you fucking serious? He can already freaking walk? What's next? Can he water walk? And Kakashi says, I swear to God, if he does that already, I'm fucking done with this shit. So Kakashi says, okay, I'ma go. And Sana already left. When Kakashi was looking over, Sana and Sasuke also looked over to see what happened to Naruto. But Kakashi was just amazed. Sasuke was also amazed. Sana just looked at him, and then when not Naruto, Kakashi was about to look at his team and say bye, Sana already left. Like she went down the stairs, and also Sasuke did the same. And when Kakashi came to look at them, they were gone. So he just said, "Are you fucking serious?" I don't care. So skip a day, and Naruto did eat the next day to go to the home. What's it called? The training ground and all that. He also did pack up some food just in case, I don't know, Sasuke decided to listen. But Sasuke was smart enough to just think, maybe I should eat, I really don't care. And Sana, she already knows that eating is the most important thing. So yeah, she ignored Kakashi's whole whatever demand and all that. And so Naruto is now over there in the training ground with Sana and Sasuke. They aren't starving because they all ate. So Kakashi gets there, and Kakashi says about the test and all that. And they all run and try to find their own hiding places and all that. So Sana is right behind a tree. Sasuke is also right behind a tree. Naruto, he looking for water, but he couldn't really find any water. So he's like hiding under some bushes. Well, not hide under some bushes. He hid underground. So he looked into the ground, or not the ground. He looked up the ground because he was underneath, and tried to sense where Kakashi would be at. Kakashi's still in the grass, just like looking where Sana, Sasuke would be at, and then looks at where Naruto's at, and he can't find him. Naruto's thinking he must be thinking he's cocky and all that. So Naruto gets out of the ground and goes finds Sasuke and Sana. Sana and Sasuke already found each other, and Sasuke just looks at her and just talk about they can't really go defeat Kakashi on their own, since in this one Naruto really beat the crap out of Sasuke, so Sasuke got the fact that they can't really fight against someone stronger and all that. So Naruto gets to where Sana and Sasuke's at, and since Sasuke already explained to Sana, he has to explain to Naruto, but Naruto already knows, and so they have to do a plan. So the plan is Naruto be throwing his like special two kunais to see if he hits Kakashi. If it can't, then they go on from there. So let me get some water before I can go do. Okay, so let me now start the fight. So Naruto threw his like special kunais at, well, he only has two, at Kakashi. Kakashi managed to dodge them, and of course they make two like barriers and all that, two water barrier balls and all that. And Kakashi says, "Nice try, Naruto. I'm not gonna be falling for that trick again." And Kakashi was like, interesting. Naruto managed to appear right in front of Kakashi with a speed and tries to attack Kakashi with like his sword. And Kakashi managed to dodge, but of course he managed to still get scratched, because Naruto has water chakra on the sword. Still managing to scratch Kakashi. Kakashi is trying to attack against Naruto, fight him and all that with his own kunai and all that. But Naruto's managing to scratch Kakashi with the speed he has. And then Sasuke comes out of nowhere, does a fireball, and Kakashi managed to dodge and get into the trees. And Sana came out of nowhere and tries to just chop his head off with the sword, but managed to chop the tree, and that tree just fell down. So yeah, Naruto seen, well, not Naruto, Kakashi seen that they're all working together, and he's happy, but he kind of landed on some water after a while in the training ground, and he just says, "Huh, I wonder if they can know how to get me from here." So Naruto gets his special kunais and goes up to where Kakashi's at, and Kakashi's like on the water, just standing there, and says, "Come back and get me." Sana already kind of knows about her like chakra manipulation and can easily do this. Sasuke barely knows how to do this. Naruto already knows how to do this. So Naruto says, "Challenge accepted," or "Challenge accepted." And Kakashi said, "What do you mean?" Naruto runs on the water and just chases at Kakashi. Kakashi's like, "Oh fuck." Starts trying to fight against Naruto and dodges like sword attacks. Tries to lift up his like headband, but Naruto does some hand signs and said, "Water cell, water dragon," or should I say water cell, water dragons. He can do two dragons instead. And they hit Kakashi. Kakashi can barely lift up his headband and gets hit anyway. And Sana and Sasuke are impressed with Naruto's attacks and all that. And Sasuke snapped out with the whole pride and all that, and does a fireball at Kakashi. Kakashi managed to dodge, but Sana was there after a while, trying to stab against Kakashi. And of course, she can stand on water because she's good with like the chakra manipulation. So now Naruto gets his water sword, puts it on the ground, on the water and all that, and like picks it back up, and now his sword is much like larger with water and all that, and it has more like different texture and all that. So this is how it looks like. Wait. So the sword looks like this. It kind of got, okay, so the sword that Naruto had in original was sort of in the middle but covered with water to make it longer and sharper and all that. So it kind of looks like a shark tooth that the sword kind of took the shape as. Like this. And Kakashi was confused, Sasuke was confused, and Sana was confused. But Naruto kind of rushed at Kakashi now. Kakashi tried to block with the kunai, but really couldn't, because Naruto uses the water, what to call them? Water chakra on the sword and all that. But the sword still managed to just get through that whole thing. So even though Kakashi managed to block with the kunai, the sword still went to hit Kakashi, because even though Kakashi blocked it, Naruto could like break the whole water thing structure and all that, but the water sword. Okay, so the kunai was blocked right here, where the thing is gonna be. Yeah. The sword still gets hits. The original sword that Naruto has, it's kind of edged right here, but this that's kind of manipulated to look like the point of the sword would still hit Kakashi. So it still does hit Kakashi in like the shoulder, like his right shoulder. Since Naruto, not Naruto, Kakashi blocked with like his left hand with the not shuriken, the kunai. And Kakashi screams, but Sana and Sasuke thinks this to be a good time to attack him. And Kakashi notices, and Kakashi's trying to really push Naruto back, and Naruto isn't really gonna be letting anything back. So Naruto then switches, like he put down his sword on the ground, and then decides to change the sword section to another one. It went into this. It went to like a sword, but instead of having like, so the sword is sort of encased with water, and the sharp spikes like these are sort of like into water, but they look like sharp teeth and all that. And Naruto rushes at Kakashi. Kakashi does Chidori in the ground. Well, he couldn't. But then Kakashi says, "Stop, all of you, before you attack me." And Kakashi was just like noticing Naruto wasn't stopping. And Kakashi had to dodge. But Kakashi didn't notice that Naruto wasn't aiming for Kakashi at all. Was aiming mostly for his like belt. He managed to cut the two bells away from Kakashi. And Sana and Sasuke managed to catch. And Kakashi says, "Okay, for fuck's sakes, when I tell you to stop, I mean stop. Don't try to kill me, Naruto." Naruto says, "Whatever. We got the bells and we're done." Kakashi says, "I was gonna tell you you're all done with your teamwork, but that doesn't mean you guys gotta kill me." And Naruto says, "Whatever, Kakashi." So Naruto was just like saying, "Whatever, Kakashi." Kakashi says, "Fuck off, kid." So now Naruto, he is just like thinking, okay. And Kakashi says, "Let me explain the whole thing about team and all that." Naruto, Sasuke, and Sana already left, walking away. Kakashi's like, "God damn it, pay attention to me, kids." Ah, damn it. So Naruto really didn't care, but they're just walking, and Naruto then get his like scroll, poof out like 2 boxes of food, and ask Sana or Sasuke if they want some. 2 but 3 for each of them. And Sana says sure, and Sasuke does say the same sure. So they do missions in so they still do the missions and all that, the whole D rank missions. They still get the C rank mission. They get Talasana. Talasana tries to roast at them, but then he looks at them all looking professional and all that. So Sasuke changed his like white shorts to black instead to make it more stealthy and all that. And Sana, she wears like these how should I say? So even so Sana wears some black shinobi sandals, some black pants. She kind of wears like this white, how should I say? I forgot how it's called. Whatever it's called, I don't care. She also wears like some armor, like on her like shoulder and all that, but not much armor around or anything. She has her sword like right here, and she does have a small sword on the other side, but the sword is sort of like a pinkish with blackish color because it's kind of pried into like the swordsman family that she has. But it's not the father that's a swordsman, but her mother is a swordsman. She was one of the strongest in her clan, but they moved to the Leaf Village. So even though that happens, she still kind of wears similar things to her, like her mother instead of like her father and all that. Her father is a what's called shinobi, and her mother is a samurai. So yeah, So Tazuna has no words to say, and he just looks at them like real ninjas. Especially Naruto, he looks scary as hell. Naruto just looks at him, and he takes off his mask, and just smiles at Tazuna with sharp teeth. What's it called? Kakashi, Sana, and Sasuke. Sasuke kind of already noticed about Naruto's sharp teeth, so that's why he always wears a mask. But still, it's still creepy seeing sharp teeth with Naruto. Sana just confused, so that's what Naruto looks like underneath his mask. Hiruzen already noticed about Naruto's sharp teeth. Tazuna scared. If he said anything, Naruto probably would have fucking ate him with those fucking, or bite him with those sharp teeth. And Kakashi now sees that this is what Naruto looks like underneath the mask. Interesting. And Naruto just puts on his mask and then just says, "So, are you the what's it called, bridge builder? Let's go." And Hiruzen says, "Well, yeah, okay." Kakashi says, "Okay, meet me at this time, blah blah blah." And yeah, so we time skip now. They're walking, and Tazuna asks why you have sharp teeth towards Naruto, and Naruto says, "I was born like that." You really expect me? Oh, yes, because I probably know who my parents were because I'm an orphan. And Tazuna then shut the hell up already. And Kakashi says, "So that's what you look like underneath the mask. Interesting." And then Naruto said, "Well, what do you have underneath your mask, Kakashi Sensei?" Kakashi says, I don't really like showing my face, so that's why I never show it." Interesting. Okay. So they walk, and Naruto noticed that puddle, and he tries to use his like sixth sense, and he noticed that puddle is just a genjutsu. He doesn't see any moisture from it or anything. He senses it. So Naruto, he throws his like one of his special kunais at the puddle, and when what's it called? How should I say? So he didn't throw his special kunai at the puddle. He just threw a regular one, and then threw two special kunais at the forest. So of course, when the kunai hit the puddle, two of the Chunin demon brothers and all that comes out, but they get hit by the special kunais, being trapped in the water prison. And Kashi, he just looks at Naruto and says, "You noticed them already real fast. Interesting. Okay, that's good." Not Kakashi, Sasuke and Sana was like, "Damn, I was hoping for them to get closer and all that for me to fight them." Sasuke said, "God damn it, Naruto, just let us have fun. Stop trying to already kill them all there." And Kakashi says, "Can you take them out of the water prison?" And Naruto said, "No. They're gonna die slowly of my enjoyment." And Kakashi says, "God damn it, Naruto." So of course he uses kunai to cut the what's it called, to pull the other kunai out of the water prison, and it explodes into just water. And the guy just like sees Kakashi, and Kakashi tells him about the whole thing and blah blah blah. And Kakashi, I mean not Kakashi, the Chunin brother tells Kakashi about the whole thing and blah blah blah. And Kakashi nods and kills him, and the other guy, he just dies also from just not getting any oxygen. So of course, Naruto says, "Okay, let's go, Kakashi." And this is where Zabuza comes and tries to fight them. But Naruto pulls out his sword to fight him, and what happens is Zabuza looks at Naruto closely. He looks at Naruto closely, like he kind of squints his eyes, Zabuza. And he looks at Naruto saying, "Kisame? Wait, no, Kisame. No. Why is Kisame short?" Like, Zabuza just squint his eyes at Naruto, because Naruto looks just like Kisame. With like the two marks. And then Zabuza said, "Wait, did Kisame had a kid? But why is he from the Leaf Village?" He's thinking. Wait. And then he just asked, "Kid, with blue hair. What is your name? And Naruto says, Naruto Uzumaki. What do you want to know? Naruto, I mean not Naruto. Kisame, not Kisame. I mean Zabuza just goes, Naruto Uzumaki. Kushina Uzumaki. And then he just says, Haku, come out. Haku comes out of the forest, and Kakashi was about to fight, and Naruto also. And Naruto, Zabuza raises his hands up in the air and says, I don't want to fight. And Naruto and Kakashi and everyone else are just dumbfounded. And Haku's also dumbfounded. And so Zabuza said, I surrender, and me and my companion surrender also. We give up. We don't really want to fight you. And Kakashi's dumbfounded, and Zabuza explains that we'd rather not, since we heard that you are Uzumaki, Naruto, Uzumaki. And Haku's like, sir, Zabuza, what are you talking about? Zabuza said, I met an Uzumaki before named Kushina Uzumaki. She will probably be your mother, since the only Uzumaki and the Leaf Village was Kushina Uzumaki. And Naruto got excited and went up to Zabuza and said, please tell me more about my mother. Now Zabuza really didn't want to tell him about anything about his father, so Zabuza just explains about Kushina fighting us before, and Kushina then we became friends with Kushina and all that. So yeah, and Naruto was happy that he knows about his mother, and Kakashi is shocked that Kushina has fought the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist and has actually survived and became friends with them. So what happened is Kakashi's gonna shut up and like really not say anything. So yeah, and Kakashi is just like, okay, well that's interesting. So they walk to Tazuna's house, and Zabuza really doesn't fight against Kakashi or anything. But Zabuza then just tells the bridge builder that he will be fine. I'm not gonna kill you or anything. I give up on the whole mission. I don't want to fight against. He points at Naruto, and Naruto is talking to Haku and all that. And Haku explains that he's a guy and all that. And Haku then tells Zabuza to go get my younger sister. And Zabuza said, alright, your sister. So Haku and Zabuza goes to the hidden base to get Hakin. Hakin is the younger sister of Haku. So of course they come back, and yeah. So the bridge goes a lot smoother than the original canon. The bridge kind of gets completed in an instant. Of course, Zabuza asks Zabuza, Haku, and Naruto, and also Sasuke wanted to come along to go fight against Gato. So that's what happens. They went on a stealth mission, and it went into a bloody massacre. Sasuke uses multiple fireballs. Naruto uses some water dragon styles. Zabuza cut through a bunch of people. Haku really paralyzed a bunch of people and killed them easily. And yeah, they found God to kill him, went to the vault, got all the money, gave it to the bridge and all that, but of course, Zabuza managed to snaggle some gold away from them. So yeah. So they go back to the Leaf Village because they rather go to the Leaf Village instead of just keep running around and all that for more missions and all that. So Naruto keeps asking about his mother and does he know anything about his father, and Zabuza says, no, I have no clue about your father, I only know about your mother. And Kakashi is happy they don't know anything about Minato Namikaze, but Zabuza says, yeah, we don't know anything about your father. Even though Zabuza is capping, he knows something about Naruto's father being Kisame. And but Kakashi still thinks that Minato Namikaze is Naruto's father, which he's wrong, and Zabuza's right. But yeah, um, they go back to the Leaf Village, and of course Naruto tells that to the third Hokage about bringing in Zabuza, Haku, and Hakin and all that into the village and all that, because they're very trained mercenaries and all that. Blah blah blah. Of course, Zabuza had to be in jail for a couple of times and also probation. Haku could go into tuning team, and Hakin, well, Hakin will be in this, what's it called, Kakashi's team. Since there's not really other matches and all that, and since, yeah, Hakin's kind of the same age as Naruto and like the others. So yeah. So now it's the tuning exams, and they kind of train for a couple of days, because they came way earlier in the original canon, because they finished really easily. And Naruto kind of trains with Zabuza and all that. And this is where I'm going to kind of leave it off for part 1, since I know this is an hour. And I'm not going to do 2 hours because my voice is kind of hurting now. So yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep. I'll leave it off where Naruto's battle train with Zabuza. Bye bye. Have a nice potato.